ring the bell. Might want to. Welcome. The bell's in the house, baby. The bell is in the house. Welcome to another edition of the New Watchers on the Wall. Incredibly excited to be going live with you guys today.
Yay.
We got some fun stuff. More videos. We got you guys' comments and questions.
More polls.
We got some memes.
More Am I the Assholes from
Just-
the people from the town.
Just a lot of fun stuff. But I want to start off with this funny video that I saw on, what was this, Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. But let's first shout out some of our people that are watching. Give us a shout out. Give us where you're watching us from, and what city, state, country, whatever it is. Holler at us.
From where are you watching us from?
They're watching us from. But while we're waiting on that, let's get the two people that are already said something to us, and I'm gonna pull this video up.
Okay, we got Tamir 3023. Hey,
Yahoo!
Yahoo!
With the cowboy hat on.
You get the bell for that. Yahoo!
The bell. Who's next?
That's it.
And then I see Tim 3023, right?
That's the same person.
Is it?
Yeah. Tim.
Oh, it sure is. Oh, what up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Tim. It's just us chickens in here so far.
I know, right?
Because we're on time, actually, this time.
Yes, but I want to show this video. I thought it was pretty funny. And you guys let us know what you think of the video. Told the boy in white, like, get out of here with that foolishness, dog.
Yeah, I want to know why he threw that water on the man in yellow. Was it because he's filthy? That was funny.
I have no idea. But you want to go ahead and start on with the poll. And then we just want to, what's your poll going to be first? Go ahead and hit with the poll.
I am going to start off with something a little light. Is the show, oh, hold on. Nope. Starting show, duh.
I guess while she's working on that, let's talk about this episode, right? And one of the things that I saw with this particular episode is that gradually the IMDb ratings for this show have been going down. If I recall correctly, from season 4, episode 1, the scores were ridiculously high, right?
Which is interesting because they got renewed before this for a 5th season before the season 4 even came out. So that was interesting. I'm wondering why, but I guess the polls are from the audience, not necessarily
IMDb
from the critics.
Yeah, it's everyday people could kind of vote, and I'm trying to find the actual numbers of what those numbers were. But we want to know, what are you guys' thoughts about the season overall so far? We like to do our litmus tests of eye patches. How many eye patches would you give episode 4 out of 5?
Yeah, because this is the halfway point, right? The midpoint.
We're getting to it tomorrow when we watch it. Whether you stay up really late at night or whatever the case may be, it will be.
Or you're like us who are old and have to take a disco nap before we stay up and watch it.
Yes. But the IMDb ratings for episode 1 were 8.3, the first one. Episode 2 were 7.3. Episode 3 was 6.4, and episode 4 was 6.7.
So steadily going down.
And then he asked a great question. He said, "Did our son's team win?" No, they lost on
see,
Wednesday.
We're here, so they
lost on Wednesday, so it allowed us to go live on Friday. But they had a good, strong season. He almost hit a home run at a college-sized field. It went all the way to the fence, and
the last hit of the game.
Yeah, it was crazy.
They went down swinging though.
But how many eye patches did you give it, Candice?
The
And then,
last episode.
hit them with your poll first, and then.
Oh, okay. So the poll I have up, guys, is the show taking too long to answer questions? 1 for yes, 2 for no.
And go ahead and get your vote on.
So that's going to be up for a little bit. And eye patches. I don't really remember. Well, I think, did I give it 3.5 eye patches?
I don't know.
I think I gave it 3.5 or 4 eye patches. I thought it was a pretty strong episode.
I think you gave it a 4.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty strong episode compared to the other, the one before.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was pretty strong.
Yeah. I gave it a 3.5. You know, I think that they're giving us bits and pieces of information. But one of the things that I was afraid of, and let's shout out a couple of people here.
Mm-hmm.
Jobs, as they say, Joe Still Knows. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I like that. Joe Still Knows.
Yes, in House of Mystics. Thank you so much. But one of the things that I was kind of, and don't forget to vote on the poll, everybody, I was kind of worried about, and I'm curious as an audience, what are your thoughts about this, right? Now that we see that Julie is still getting her story walk on, and she has the ability to go back in time, do you think the show is going to utilize that skill set to answer challenging questions and things? So we know that we got to answer about Boy getting the rope because of that. We saw Boy drop that ring in the episode, and then he goes back to the sheriff's office, looks in the box, the ring is still in the box, and then he goes over, and then the ring to the right was gone. What are you guys' thoughts about that? Do you think that they're going to use Julie's story walking ability to be able to answer various questions?
My thing with the whole using the story walking to answer questions is that we've had a whole season before we even address that. It's just almost like it came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened right at the end of season 1. Julie throwing him the rope. Well, no. He was stuck in there at the end of season 1, and then season 2 in the beginning. That's when we see the rope come down, and then later on in season 2 we see, or actually no, was it season 3 that we saw her drop the rope?
I feel like it was last season.
Okay, so maybe okay, I can see them going back. I guess so. Okay, so they've gone back every season and kind of addressed that whole rope situation or story walking situation where you can actually, she can connect herself from the past and the present using story walking. So I guess yeah. Then it seems like that's where they're going.
Mm-hmm. And then we're going to talk about, you know, our theories about how she could story walk. And I found an excellent video on TikTok that I'm going to show you guys. We got some great stuff for you guys today. But right now I want to show this comment that kind of goes along with what we were just discussing right now. And that comment, they say, I have a theory. Can you read that, Candace? You're a little bit closer to me.
I have a theory. The first symbol Julie draws, sorry, I have Ellis not wearing underwear on the brain. My bad. I have this theory that the symbol Julie draws will eventually evolve into the infinity loop. Additionally, after all this is figured out, I think she is one to go back and all the way to the beginning. And she is the one to create the symbol on the talisman. As over the course of her journey, she will learn which symbol works in different kinds of ways, and then combined it somehow stops the monsters from coming at you.
And I thought that was a good question, and that was a great comment. And I wanted to grab that because we love to showcase the comments of different people on our channel. And thank you for sharing that idea. And it goes back to what we were saying, you know, is she going to do these little things to kind of help people, right? Is she going?
And if that's true, like, I really did not see Julie being like the linchpin of this show. You know, I didn't see that coming. I really would have thought it would have been somebody else, but it seems like she is very, very important when it comes to this show.
Yeah.
Now, look, going back to our poll, it seems like 100% of people said yes. The show is taking too long to answer questions.
Wow. And what would make the show have better pacing to you? Leave that in the comments if you feel that way. I want to know. Yeah, I'm curious to know if people are kind of along the same line as us. What could they have changed with the pacing that would make you a little bit more pleased, so to speak? And that was a great poll right there, Candace. And then so basically they're saying that Julie put those talisman there. You know what I'm saying? Almost. You know,
if she knows about the story of the children being sacrificed, I think she will. Because that's what the talisman is, right? The children who are sitting on the stones who are being sacrificed, correct? So unless she finds out about that, then it could be a possibility. Let's look at some of these comments. Let's see. We got Tim said, I am worried about the clutter in the story. I am worried, and I hate to say it, that this will be another loss. And to top it off, they will try to make a spinoff since it's an MGM show. That's interesting. A spinoff of From. What would be the spinoff?
See, I wouldn't mind seeing a prequel, maybe.
Yeah, because I've been saying in our lives and in our videos that I would love to see an episode or a bottle episode where they go to the very beginning of the sacrifice when we see Tabitha as a little girl, because we know that that's her now, right? So I want to see the whole 1600s. I want to see that, or at least when the Civil War veterans there, at least, you know?
Yeah, I would definitely like to see that. You want to get a couple more comments real quick? And then I want to show another video that I saw on TikTok that I think you guys will find very interesting and with a lot to discuss in it.
Okay. Oh, duck sauce. Yum, yum. Or Peter Griffin. Hey, Peter. Says, I think Vic has Julie Symbol's bookmarks in his suitcase.
Victor.
Yeah. Victor has Julie Symbol bookmark in his suitcase.
Yeah. So it sounds like he's saying the drawings, Victor's drawings, could be the bookmarks. And
I think he's saying that he has an actual bookmark from Julie in his suitcase. I think that's what he's saying. Is that what you're saying, Peter? That's what. Correct us in the comments if either one of us is wrong. But that's what I thought he was saying. Okay. But both of those are, possibilities, right?
I like that.
And I know Victor better not bury another picture. Okay. I need Henry to follow him around and be like, "Hey, where else you got some shit buried?"
Yeah. And
take them pictures to Boyd and everybody and
let
be like,
them know.
Look here and look. Yeah.
And audience, I need y'all to remind me to talk about that Victor discovering or sharing with Henry that his mother got eaten. Because don't let me forget that, because I want to talk about that. You want to get maybe one or two more comments, and I want to play this video.
Okay, let's see.
Or let's go ahead.
Go ahead, because I got two that are.
Boyd's randomly dropped ring is not a coincidence.
Let's see. Let's start it from the beginning.
Season 4 hides 5 little-known details. First, when Julie travels back to the day of the massacre, the scene is exactly the same as what Victor saw as a child. Victor had drawn the scene of the man in yellow eating a liver, and Julie happens to travel back to that exact moment. This suggests that the true bookmark might actually be Victor's drawing. Second, Julie notices the man in yellow eating a liver, which also solves a previous mystery. When Boyd dissected the creature, he found its whole body shriveled except for the testicles, which were perfectly intact, tying the earlier details into a complete loop. Third, when Randall stands silently, he holds onto his belt, an action that resembles the dance moves of the cowboy hat creature. In the previous episode, as crows circled above Jim's grave, everyone looked up, even Sophie showed fear, but Randall alone kept his head down. His unusual behavior is very intriguing. Fourth, the little bird Ethan rescues in the woods is exactly like the flying bird at the top of the episode's illustration. These starlings, which can mimic human voices, perfectly correspond to the shape-shifting man in Yellow's abilities. Finally, Boyd's randomly dropped ring is not a coincidence. It's likely that Julie intentionally tossed it while story walking to catch his attention. The first time Julie did this, she was like a ghost, completely invisible to Jim. Have you noticed any other details that might hint at what's coming next? Have you noticed that
So, okay, that was a lot.
You want me to play it back one more time, or
because
no?
What is she trying to say? She's just.
I think she's just pointing out
Stuff.
5 things that they thought were interesting. Okay. Would y'all like us to play that one more time, real quick? Put a wire, play it one more time, because they talk so fast. I'm gonna play it one more time.
So Season 4 hides 5 little-known details. First, when Julie travels back to the day of the massacre, the scene is exactly the same as what Victor saw as a child. Victor had drawn the scene of the man in yellow eating a liver, and Julie happens to travel back to that exact moment. This suggests that the true bookmark might actually be Victor's drawing. Second, Julie notices the man in yellow eating a liver, which also solves a previous mystery. When Boyd dissected the creature, he found its whole body shriveled except for the testicles, which were perfectly intact, tying the earlier details into a complete loop. Third, when Randall Randall stands silently. He holds onto his belt, an action that resembles the dance moves of the cowboy hat creature. In the previous episode, as crows circled above Jim's grave, everyone looked up. Even Sophie showed fear. But Randall alone kept his head down. His unusual behavior is very intriguing. Fourth, the little bird Ethan rescues in the woods is exactly like the flying bird at the top of the episode's illustration. These starlings, which can mimic human voices, perfectly correspond to the shape-shifting man in Yellow's abilities. Finally, Boyd's randomly dropped ring is not a coincidence. It's likely that Julie intentionally tossed it while story walking to catch his attention. The first time Julie did this, she was like a ghost, completely invisible to Jim. Have you noticed any other details that might hint at what's coming next?
Okay, now I see. So these are just details that we've missed. Kind of like when we were first watching the show, when we were trying to make those. Let's look at some. You want to say something?
Get those comments.
Let's look
and
at.
then
We got a lot of good comments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Peter Griffin says, thinking of Tabitha/Miranda, then Julie might have some Eloise reincarnation powers. And then House of Mystics says, to Peter, hi, that's what everyone is saying, but the man in yellow was there when she dropped it. What if he picked it up?
Interesting.
Yeah, because, I mean, I can see that happening, right? But because when she came back, when Randall pulled her out, she didn't have it anymore, right?
Yeah.
Or was it blank? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments, guys. And then Joe, hey Joe, still no says a prequel is to. So I guess she, yes, a prequel. Yeah, we do need a prequel, just like Yellowstone, right? Just like Yellowstone or American Horror Story. We need a different. We need different iterations of this. So go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I want to ask you guys, like, was there anything in the video that stood out to me? Like, I thought it was interesting, like the pointing out of Randall. I thought that was kind of interesting. But what are you guys' thoughts about? Do you have a poll about Henry or no?
No, I don't actually have a poll.
I want to know, what is you guys' thoughts about Henry? And I was trying to find a comment that somebody put on our channel I thought was really good, because I said I don't trust him. And to summarize what they were saying, they said, why is it that Henry has all those drawings in there? Why is it that he seems to be able to, he's adapted to the town probably the most easily that anybody has.
Randall?
I'm sorry, Henry.
Henry, yeah.
He's adapted incredibly easily to the town, almost seems to not question anything. They also pointed out that it seems like they, like in last episode when they were going to all go talk to Victor, he was like, no, I'll go talk to him, right? And then when you also think about it, they were saying that what is the likelihood that if Tabitha went to the real world, out of all the people in the world that she would find and then bring back to the town, it would be Henry. Out of the billions of people on Earth, right?
But if you think about it, all of Tabitha's husbands are in Fromville, so he belongs there, right?
But
Jim, Jade, Henry, and isn't there another one?
Jay, I mean,
Christopher. Isn't Christopher?
No, I don't know if Christopher is her husband, but yeah, you are right that she's got like 3 iterations of her husbands there in Fromville, which is pretty interesting. I want to transition to this other video.
So that could mean that all of her children are there too.
Yeah.
Victor, Ethan, Julie, and probably in the daughter with the thing in her head, and then who else? Thomas? Probably some version of Thomas is there. So
get to those questions. Duck Sauce said something funny. He said, if you throw bleach on the man in yellow, he turns into the boy in white. I don't know if you saw our funny video that we showed at the beginning of the episode. If you leave a comment if you want to see that funny video. It was like 30 seconds long. It was hilarious. It was
really, really funny. AI can do some really great things.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then let's see, a flashback this season that answers the question for us. That would answer the question for us, the audience, but not the characters, would help with pacing. I like that. Henry's reaction was odd. You said it earlier. Very odd. Like he too comfortable. Way too comfortable.
You don't attribute that to him being with his son?
No, because everybody has a breaking point. Name one person in the town that didn't have trouble adjusting.
I don't know, but I think that was his breaking point. When Victor told him about his mom being eaten by the man in yellow.
But to me, that was sus. Because I can understand if Victor busted out an iPhone and showed him a recording of her being 8. He showed her a drawing of like a 4-year-old drawing something. It wasn't in 4K. Like for him, like bro, like you act like he took out a phone, had a cell phone, and videotaped it in 12K, and you saw it in high definition, bro. It was a drawing with crayons, a whack drawing at that too.
Okay, all right, whatever. All right. So, Dr. Rhinoceros says, I've been wondering if the knowledge comes at a cost was actually meant for Jim, because he had to die in order to gain knowledge about Fromville and the rules. Now he can help Ethan as a ghost. So, Doc, do you think that the Trail of Tears, I keep wanting to say Trail of Tears.
Me too. I said it all.
The Lake of Tears. Do you think the Lake of Tears is actually something that, I mean, I guess he's leading them to the Lake of Tears because look what they found there.
And if you guys had to guess, what do you think the Lake of Tears is? I actually have a comment that I screenshot too. But I want to show this video about Julie and her clothes, and then I want to pull up some more comments that people put on our YouTube channel and bring those up on the screen. So let me add this video.
The ending of the anchor point is wrong. The real anchor point is the clothes Julie is wearing. Do you remember in season 2 when Julie and Tabitha went to get clothes? Julie even said back then that she didn't want to wear dead people's clothes. This means the clothes Julie ended up wearing belonged to the victims.
I'm sorry, let me start it over.
Season 4 hides 5 little-known details. First, when Julie travels back to the day...
Let me pause it. This is the wrong video. Let me pull up the correct video, guys. Where is it at? Here we go.
Town's previous massacre. Clearly the clothes on her body are the key to where she is transported.
Here we go.
The day of the town's last massacre. In truth, Julie's understanding of the anchor point is wrong. The real anchor point is the clothes Julie is wearing. Do you remember in season 2 when Julie and Tabitha went to get clothes? Julie even said back then that she didn't want to wear dead people's clothes. This means the clothes Julie ended up wearing belonged to the victims of the town's previous massacre. Clearly the clothes on her body are the key to where she is transported. Because she carries the relics of those deceased people, she is sent to the time connected to them. Don't forget Boyd's time travel incident. He walked into the ruins holding a torch and was immediately transported to that underground dungeon. That torch was originally an item from the dungeon, which is why Boyd was sent to the timeline connected to it. Remember the box the yellow man uses to transform? That very box is his anchor point for time travel. Long before this, Tabitha and Victor had already seen the exact same box underground. Though they look identical, the yellow man's box is far more worn and aged. It's obvious the yellow man has traveled to different timelines with the box. All he needs to do is put different clothes inside the box, and he can travel to the corresponding time and place. This also perfectly explains why Tabitha is transported to the lighthouse after entering the tree hole. She was carrying Victor's mother Miranda's lunchbox. Holding that relic is what sent her to the lighthouse. The reason the pale boy tried to stop Tabitha from crossing over is that Tabitha made this attempt without bringing any relic as an anchor. It would have left her trapped in a...
I like that part.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite part of that video.
And that explains Dale a lot too.
Why he wasn't able to go through the tree, because he didn't have a relic.
Yeah.
He didn't have the proper tool to be guided somewhere accordingly.
Yeah, but now are they brave enough to even try it? And would they even talk to each other to even make
figure it out? Because
figure it out.
Yeah, because it would take a lot to figure out that that's what you need to be able to anchor. Mm-hmm. And then House Miss, I think she was laughing at the comment that I made. And then we got who are the other characters in the cycle, like Kenny? Like, I would like more people's backstories too. Yes, play it, please. I think they're talking about the funny video.
Oh, let's go ahead and play it, and then I got a poll up for you guys.
Okay, let me see if I can find the funny video. Funny video added to the set.
The boy in white.
Need a man in white now.
The man in white, right.
And then you say you want to get to some questions or something?
Yes, I have a poll. Let's see. Who or what would Julie use to control when and where she goes when she story walks? 1, for items from the time period, or 2, the correct symbols?
The correction. Good. Yeah. So that's a poll, kind of what we were showing in the video. So what do you guys think is going to help her to be able to control where she actually time travels? And while you guys are voting on that poll, 1 for one response, 2 for the other, why do you guys think Randall is able to always pull her out at the right time?
At the exact time. Is there something that she's doing that makes you think she's being attacked? Is she saying like Randall? I don't remember her screaming Randall or anything. Let us know in the comments if that happened, if she screamed Randall's name when she was like really afraid.
Yeah. And then I want to read this one of the comments on our YouTube channel. Shiva Marie said, okay, Henry isn't untrustworthy per se. Like, he's not there with bad intentions, but he was purposely brought there by the forces that be for a reason. My theory is he was brought there to allow Victor to feel again. This is my favorite part. Victor's been so traumatized, he's apathetic. If he starts caring again, he'll be more crushed when Henry is killed.
Ooh.
It's Victor's villain origin story. When I read that is a great comment.
Wait, let me drop this mic.
Dude, you better not drop my mic. You better not drop my
mic.
You better not drop my mic.
Shiva Marie. I'm gonna sit Shiva when that happens. I'm gonna be here for 7 days sitting Shiva for Victor.
That was such
Henry. That is such a good comment.
Yeah, and at the end about Victor's villain origin story. I just when I read that, I just was thinking about all the crazy stuff Victor might could do or whatever the case may be. I love that comment.
I don't know why we never thought about Victor having a villain origin story.
I know, right?
Or somebody's gonna have a villain origin story.
Yep. And then let's see what Ronald said about it. He said, Henry is there to support Tabitha. There's nothing suspicious about him. I can promise you that the story is going to end with Ethan needing to be sacrificed, and Tabitha is not going to have the heart.
And then the whole thing starts all over again, right?
Bro, that would be crazy.
Because I mean, think about it. I don't see anybody being able to sacrifice their children in order to end this. You know, there's just no way. If you told me that the world is ending, and the only way we can save humanity, Candace, is you have to sacrifice your son. Well, guess what? Humanity gonna have to eat a dick because I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
And I know, and it's not logical because the world is ending. You're gonna die anyway. Might as well save some people. But it's like, I don't know them people.
And then he says, check this out. And to do it, that's where Henry comes in. He is typically a voice of reason. Very interesting. The end, Ethan becoming the man in yellow. That would be crazy if that is his villain arc, like that comment said. That would be like crazy. And then real life, can you read it? It's kind of far from
What do you think the ring means that Boyd keeps looking at? I think this is how he will fight the man in yellow.
Wow, that is interesting. I've never heard that one.
The ring?
Yeah.
Like he puts the ring on and he disappears?
His infinity stones, like from
He needs the precious. It's the precious.
I know. But I think that symbol in there means something too. And I got a comment over here. Yeah, let me see if I can find that comment that somebody put about that shape. Man, let's see. And then did the people answer that poll yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, I think this might be it. Wait, did we get this one already? I have a theory. It says that symbol Julie draws will eventually evolve into the infinity loop. Yeah, I think this is the one that kind of goes with what we were saying. Additionally, can you read that, Candace? After it is figured out, I think she is
one to go back all the way to the beginning, and she is the one to create the symbol on the talisman. As over the course of her journey, she will learn which symbols works in the different kinds of ways, and then combined it somehow stops the monsters from coming at you.
Yes.
Oh, I think we read this one before.
Oh, you think we read that one?
Yeah.
But yeah, so like that was pretty interesting. And then I think this is a good time to maybe get this one right here, because we were kind of talking, and we read this in our video a couple of days ago in our review of episode 4. But this kind of goes to the heart of what people may be feeling about the show, because it still fascinates me when you go on different from groups like on Facebook and stuff like that. There's a good amount of people that are like, what's going on here, right? And they want more. And then you got the people that immediately say, yo, be quiet. It's a slow burn, you know. But I think that this comment was pretty interesting. You want to read it real quick? And then we want to know, what are you guys' thoughts about this comment?
It says, I'm saying this as both a fan and a writer myself. The show is in danger of losing the audience's trust. Mystery is powerful when the audience feels there is a structure underneath it. But after 34 episodes, From still feels like it's mostly adding questions instead of building toward answers. The problem is not that everything is unexplained. The problem is that almost nothing feels meaningfully clarified. Every new reveal seems to become another mystery box. Victor suddenly talking about the man in yellow is a good example. It should feel like progress, but instead it's risk feeling like yet another delayed clue introduced only to keep people watching another week. That is where the frustration starts. A mystery audience does not need the whole map, but they need landmarks. They need confirmation that their attention matters. They need some answers along the way, not just endless atmosphere and postponement. I love the concept of this show. Just to be clear, I'm done watching From.
And that hurt me.
Yeah.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. If you have not hit that like button right now, take 1 second and hit that like button for us real quick.
I would hate to put anybody in the box.
Or make you go live in a house with Sarah.
I'm not like
and
Boy.
Sophia.
I'm not like Boy.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You don't put a like on the video.
I'm gonna put you in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what's fascinating about that, we have a friend of ours named LA, and he watches the show as well. And I was asking him, yo, why you ain't watching the show so you can join us online? He said, I'm done watching it week to week. He said, I'll wait till it's over and binge it. And I was like, dang, bro, like,
because this show does give binge watch vibes at this point. You know, it's something that you feel like you need to just watch all at once. And, you know, I guess a lot of shows are getting back to that one episode a week.
Yeah, because it's a way to make it last. And I appreciate that sometimes, and not having to binge. Just get a couple more. It says, why do you think the town monsters have not tried to kill Victor after 40 years of being there?
This is a good question.
I think they may have tried. I think Julie may have helped him. I think she may, during her story walking, in some form or fashion.
But we haven't seen enough of Victor being in the town, even in the current place we are now. We haven't seen Victor just really being in the town. The only time we've dealt with Victor really interacting with the town like that is when Colony House, the monsters were in Colony House, or I guess maybe when they were in the tunnels with Tabitha. I'm not sure, but we really haven't seen him interact with the monsters in that way. So we don't know really if Julie has helped, or if they really haven't wanted to be bothered with them.
No, that's really cool right there. And then I saw people laughing. I think they were laughing. Let's get a couple. I think they were laughing at the funny video. It wasn't that video funny. Absolutely hilarious. The people are loving
when he
it.
threw Ethan in the river or in the lake. That's what I've been wanting to do. I've been wanting to throw him somewhere.
And then,
he should have took Tabitha with him.
And then a lot of people are liking that video. I got a question for y'all. And somebody posed this to us. Where the hell is Tilly's dead body? They had a funeral for everybody except Tilly.
Things that make you go,
And when they asked, I said, damn, you're right. Where the hell is Tilly?
They completely dropped that.
Yeah.
Which is insane to me.
And then he said, good question. Maybe the
Lou family
is there to help keep the peace. Wisdom and mushroom tea. Hilarious. When Elgen first got off the bus, he was also asking about the lake. Very great point. He sure was.
What did he say?
First of all, he's saying we're not supposed to be here. And then he did say something about, I think he did mention something about the lake. Because
he was like, no. Like he had been there before.
Before he threw up on Randall. Jim was always going to die. That's why the boy in white pushed Tabitha so she could recruit Henry. Very interesting. Tabitha just does not have logic. She needs a logic person with her, not Jade, though.
Not Jade.
Yeah.
Jade is too busy tripping on mushrooms.
Yeah. The people these are the funny question with the Victor says, Victor had a lake of tears running down his leg. Boy, he came in the chat strong. The force is strong with
Wes,
this
you
one.
came in hot. I didn't know you were even in here, but you came in hot.
Oh my God.
You talk about making your presence known.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you that was funny. I want to try to get another comment and see what this one is. Let me remove that one. Let's make sure we don't, because there was a couple more I want to get to. Because then we gotta pick our son up from his school dance. Mm-hmm. I like this question, and I guess they were talking about Sarah, right? And they want to know why we're so hard on Sarah. And I think people confuse us being hard on Sarah. Let me read it first.
Yeah, because
it says, "Why do you hold what Sarah done against her so much? It really confused me how many people dislike Sarah for the past crap. Yes, it was bad how she behaved, but we as a viewer seen what she was going through, and at one time it was gouged into her arm. What she had to do as well as the voices in her head." Pushing her to do bad stuff was clearly manipulated and tortured, and what she had done for a collective. And to be fair, I think it could have been forgiven if it had been done just for herself and hope that the torture would stop. I really feel sorry for her, and we feel sorry for her too, right? But I think it's not that we dislike Sarah. I dislike the hypocrisy in what I saw in the town as it relates to the disproportionate amount of force that was used against one and not the other. And we did a whole video about it, a really long video, 50 minutes long, kind of explaining our hypocrisy. I'm not going to get in.
We're not going to beat that dead horse today.
But I'll just say, like, to keep a long story short, Boyd showed compassion to the guy that accidentally killed his family. Mm-hmm. He was supposed to put Dale in the box. And he was going to give Dale a talisman and let him, not Dale, is it Dale? Frank.
No, it was
Frank, supposed to put Frank in the box. And he was going to give Frank a talisman and let him live in the woods and not punish him. Frank put his own self in the box. Mm-hmm. Then you had Dale. He almost killed Ellis, right? And by stabbing him on an accident in Colony House.
So there were so many incidences where Sarah has done something awful, right? Yeah. And it didn't include kidnapping and so forth. And I understand that, Elgen kidnapped a pregnant woman and such. That is understood. But what we harp on is, what we are upset about is why the punishment for Elgen did not fit the crime.
Yeah.
Sarah didn't really have any consequence besides Kenny kicking her, breaking her one of her figurines,
tea kettles or whatever it was,
and her being ostracized. Really.
Yeah.
So I just feel like for her, maybe being ostracized was equal to that. But even watching last episode, I kind of do feel for Sarah a little bit because, if you thought something bad was going to happen and you saw the bad happen and you're like, oh my God, I need to go drink this water and spit it back out, like she said, yeah, you're going to do some crazy stuff. But then again, I don't think the punishment matches.
Yeah, and it's like we have compassion for everybody. It's just that, like you were saying, Elgen was the only one that received any kind of punishment. Now, if everybody in the town received super harsh punishments, I wouldn't have nothing to say about Elgen or Sarah. And I want to post this.
We got a super chat. Thank you so much, House of Mystics.
Appreciate that.
She said, "Hi, Patrick and Candace. I have watched you all since you started from the bushes. I love that you two are open to theories and brainstorming, not stuck in one theory. That video was crazy. Thank you. No, thank you, House of Mystics.
Thank you.
I'm gonna bring
that bell some more. And then we had so many more comments to show, but we're gonna get to you guys' comments because we have to maybe stop in a minute because our son is at a school dance and we have to pick him up. And then it says, let's just get to their comments. I guess we can't pull up the other ones.
So Real Life said Fatima killed her, so talking about Tilly, so that they don't want any questions about Tilly, including looking at her dead body.
Yeah, but once again, it goes again to like how they're hiding stuff. Right. And then I think that even when you talk about the Sarah incident and the Elgen incident, one thing to me that really highlights what was wrong about that is when Boyd is making Elgen hide what happened. And then not only making him hide what happened, but is threatening to say that he murdered someone and kill Elgin for telling the truth. That should let people know how much what they did to him was wrong.
Right. House of Mystic said Boyd said a man protects his family after killing Abby. Boyd had to fight for Fatima.
That's a great point.
Yeah, that's a great point. And I had a poll for you guys kind of regarding that. And let me see if I can pull it up real fast.
And then while you finding that, real life says Sarah don't have common sense, and neither does Elgin.
Well,
and then it says Joe Steele's nose says the difference to me, Elgin wasn't being punished. It was an intervention. Boyd isn't holding it against him, but it was a means to an end. No one has been punished.
All are punished. Okay, here's the poll. I don't know why it's not showing. Okay, is Boyd justified in keeping secrets? 1, yes. 2, no. 3, what choice does he have? Just tell us what you think, really quick.
And then I want to show 2 more videos to the people. I'm just trying to make sure I don't mess up. I want to show you guys 2 more videos that I thought were pretty interesting. This one is interesting, and I'm when I pulled it up and I found it, I was like, what are they trying to show here? So that's why I'm going to allow you guys to see it to get your opinion on what you guys think that they're trying to show. Let me rewind it.
Who is this?
So did you catch what was happening? I'm gonna play it one more time. One video is the top from season 1, episode 10, when Jim is on the radio after they built the tower, and then the other one is from season 3, episode 10, where the man in yellow kills Jim, and essentially they're saying the exact same thing. So I don't know what they're trying to say. I'm gonna play it one more time, but I thought it was a fascinating video. I'm gonna play it one more time, guys, and then show the other video.
Who is this?
So I just thought that was kind of interesting. And then you guys go ahead and vote on Candace's poll. And then also, guys, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. And I want to share one more video with you guys today. And I think
Figure of a walker here, clearly meant to represent.
And I thought that this video was pretty interesting too, because it really kind of talks a lot about that book and those images in the book. So let's watch this one really quick.
Illustrations on it actually hint at the real way to escape the town. This also explains why the bookmarks Julie made didn't work. Take a close look. There's a green monster drawn in the storybook, and it's exactly the guardian creature Fatima is sculpting out of mud. Then there are mushrooms at its feet. Those are the same mushrooms Jade found. There's also a bird in the picture, the injured one, Ethan discovered. He wants to take it to the Lake of Tears. And there's a figure of a walker here, clearly meant to represent Julie. He has short hair just like her, holding a bookmark in his hand with a small box at her feet. I don't think this stands for the box where Boyd kept his ring. It refers to the box Victor buried underground, the one filled with his childhood drawings, full of all the painful memories from his past. So you could say every key plot point of this episode is covered in the pictures inside Julie's storybook. Even the tree in the drawing is likely the same one Victor keeps measuring.
I have to see if the trees have moved.
I mean, he always feels like the tree is moving. In other words, Julie hasn't fulfilled all the requirements shown in the illustrations, like Fatima hasn't finished sculpting the Mud Guardian yet. For another, the injured bird Ethan found hasn't healed, which means it still can't fly free in the sky. At the same time, this also tells us why Julie traveled back to that specific moment, the time when the man...
Yeah, so another interesting video. But we got to get ready to wrap it up, guys. We love going live with you guys. Would you guys be open to us doing a live pre-watch party like on a Saturday night? Is that something you guys would be interested in? And then be looking out for our interview with the vampire video that will be dropping soon as well. I'm still just editing it.
We got 25 days until the season premiere of
Interview with the vampire.
Season 3. So we got to hurry up and catch up. I know that.
Yes. But we want to thank you guys for joining us. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Turn on those notifications. And let's see if there's any more comments in the thing here, because we got to get ready to wrap it up in a few seconds. I see a couple answers to the poll there. Get those folks in some of these comments.
They said that. Oh, you can't see the poll. I'm so sorry. Okay,
We're gonna put it back up.
I will try to fix that. But most of the people said 2. I think it was.
Can you pull it back up?
100%. Let's see. Show.
Is that it?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys can see the poll. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining us. Like I said, we'll be doing an interview with the Vampire and House of the Dragon as well, and we're like super excited about both of those shows there.
And hopefully, when Silo comes out, we can get back on Silo.
Oh, and then we're also going to start. What is the show that one of our subscribers recommended? You know what I'm talking about?
I think it's escaping me.
Yeah, but we're gonna look into that to see if that's something that we can watch as well. But man, thank you guys so much for joining us. And share us with somebody. If you know somebody that loves, there it is.
Windows Bay.
Thank you.
Windows Bay.
So we're gonna peek at that to see if that's something that could pique our interest. But thank y'all so much for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And
follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
Yes. And share us with somebody. If you know somebody else who watches the show, don't be stingy. Share us with them, or we're going to make you live in the house with Sarah and Sophia.
Thank you for the super chats, guys. That's always appreciated. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Thank y'all so much. And we'll have our other video up for episode 5 when that thing drops. Thank y'all for joining. Peace.
Bye.